Joining us as always and skipping over his introduction, Noah Mishkin, man in the middle. Noah, you're looking great today. What's going on?
Thank you. It is because of that swag. You got some good stuff to.
They play not only today. I found this out recently. They actually play hockey on other days.
I didn't even know you were allowed to.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Would it have been so hard to put these two teams on the same page so I don't have to go back and forth between page 1 and page 2?
Well, you're going to have to talk to Suki about that.
All right. Now, I also got some intel, I believe it was late last night, from my high school son, which is where I get most of my information.
You forget his name? It sounded like you.
No, I didn't want to exploit him in the public realm.
Oh, okay, got it.
His name is Aiden. His social security number is 527-834952.
And what did Aiden Mishkin from Skokie have to say?
He gave me some intel. He told me that apparently Eli Levovic, who's on Aperion, actually suffered a hand or wrist injury and will unfortunately not be appearing in today's tournament.
Wow.
That's a huge loss for the team.
Was that a kiddish incident?
Yeah. He was trying to get some extra challenge, and somebody smacked him with
the ladle. No. Wow. That
yes.
is. And I think that person that smacked him plays for GGM.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want to start rumors, but I'm pretty sure
why
that's
not?
what happened.
Of course, you know the old story about the Chicago Blackhawks. You know the story with Johnny's Ice House.
Of course I do, but why don't you tell it?
They were looking for.
We've got professional referees and we've got amateur hockey players.
That's right.
Speaking of community, the Caps are sponsored by Enhanced
You'll get it.
You
want to do that again? We're only live, but go ahead.
And they are fine Caps this year.
The Caps are sponsored by who?
Daniel had that queued up for like minutes while you're talking.
Who are they sponsored by?
Enhanced Rehabilitation.
There you go. Okay.
You might benefit from a little rehab yourself.
A little enhanced rehab is what he needs.
Enhanced.
You guys are both drinking out of Yetis, which is kind of neat, I guess.
Mine's better because it was free.
That's better because what is in it.
Oh.
Stanley
like everything on the internet, that's
true.
100% true story.
Abraham Lincoln said that.
Yeah.
Although I had also read that originally pucks were made out of cow dung.
Actually, they were. That's why they call them what they were called pies, then pucks. You can use oil. A lot of people use butter, but since this is a Hamish tournament, we're actually using margarine.
I do think if we're talking about our jerseys, we should probably turn around and show our names.
Let's do that.
Because it's important to recognize the things that are going on around the world.
That's right. I think we got to give credit, of course, in thinking about all the Chayalim and the soldiers and everything that's happening. We decided that we were going to pick a theme for our names and numbers on our jersey that represents where our thoughts and prayers are.
High five.
So hopefully you can see we got Ami Chai, we got Odavinu Chai, and we got High Five.
That's right.
Yes, GGM does consist of the Bash brothers, Moshe and Erwin Ovitsky, two different players in their own right. But I'll tell you this, Moshe started the day in the correct way by hiring my daughter to babysit for him.
That is the correct way. But if you're ever in a WhatsApp chat with Moshe Ovitsky, leave.
And if you ever need babysitting, please call Babysitting by Brooke.
That's right. I do like Thunderstruck being played right now. That is a very good song for what's happening here because Thunder is about to strike at the RCCS tournament between GGM and the team playing GGM.
The team playing GGM is Aperion Care, who really at the end of this game is going to want to say Chazak, Chazak, Vinit Chazak.
Shorts brought to you by Ovitsky Vision Care.
When you're looking at their shorts, Ovitsky's going to say, look up here. I'm up here. And my eyes. Another thing that has changed since last year is I might need to borrow your reading glasses periodically. Thank you.
Going right to left, Aperion currently controlling the puck behind the net.
Well, when you say controlling the puck, I think you're being generous.
Well, doing their best to control the puck.
That's right.
In possession. So not full control.
These ancient Egyptians,
yes,
when they said hit it with the stick, what were they referring to?
Well, it's unclear, but one thing is clear. They were hitting stuff with a stick. This game is a non-contact game. The guys here are not supposed to be knocking into each other and putting people against the wall. Of course, we know that has happened in the past.
It tends to happen when the guys who are skating don't know how to stop skating.
And, they don't have eyes in the back of their heads.
Speaking of eyes in the back of their head, that's one characteristic that Mr. Potato Head has.
There's a major plot hole in Toy Story that no one really talks about. Buzz Lightyear is convinced he's not a toy, right? He's convinced he's not a toy, and yet when humans come in, he freezes as if he's a toy. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense, and plot holes in general is what hockey's about.
Right, you are.
That's 2.
Outside of yourself, who's top performer on the team?
You know what? I think we're all playing really well.
Okay, that's why you're losing. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's get a real answer. Moshe Ovitsky there deciding not to hit the puck with his stick, just watching it a little bit.
Well, that's his style.
Slipping a little bit.
Moshe Ovitsky watching things is part of the Ovitsky thing. Tell us about it, Noah.
Well, Ovitsky Eye Care, Vision Care, you want to make sure that they are sponsoring today's shorts. Get those on, and also get a pair of glasses on if you can't see where the puck is. Want to thank a big shout out to Ovitsky Vision.
When I think of shorts, I always think of Ovitsky Vision.
When I think of short, I think of Ovitsky.
Wow, okay.
Nice little run here by Dale Geff coming up the ice, but decides to turn it over, and then it goes back the other way.
Yeah, I call him Dale Geff too, but I think it's the L.
Could be.
What do I know? What do I know? I just know how to read, I guess.
Delau?
People were asking us about the E, and then, of course, the N on the ice. I don't know if you can zoom in and see that.
The reason why there's an E at center is because
for me.
We are all facing Mizrach right now.
Oh, okay. And the N?
I don't know.
Okay. These guys, I understand, are like professional kind of goalies. Can you tell right away they know what they're doing?
Not really.
I mean, watch him right now. See how he's drinking?
That's
not easy to do.
I did have a question since you are a goalie. Maybe you can answer this question. The goalies just stand there. I know that they have to concentrate, and they have to do, but they just stand there, and yet they're the only ones that continually take drinks all the time. Is that just like a habit, or like why are they so thirsty?
Because goalies are like, it's a hard sport, so you gotta stay hydrated.
Okay.
It's okay to be
you
lonely.
Like time to think about what you did.
It's better when you have a 5-on-3s because then you have someone in the box.
See, now I don't even know what that means.
Hold on.
All right.
You went too far.
Math,
5-on-3.
Math checks out.
What's going on?
Is better than 3.
Yeah,
All right.
5-3.
Well, we'll see how that plays out for the rest of the day.
What does that even mean? Having had the opportunity to lift up the trophy once, when you lift up the trophy, the one thing that you're thinking is don't fall. Don't fall.
Yeah. Third period underway, and that's all they have in a game of hockey is 3 periods.
That's
Really?
it.
This tournament or usually?
Usually.
One of the sponsors for today, you will find no better legal partner. Attention to detail, accessibility and responsiveness, extensive experience in law, blah, 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 blah. We want to thank them for today's sponsor. As you might have noticed, I don't know anything about hockey.
Is that what this is?
Ref just raised his hand up as if he was about to call a penalty, but then decided not to because the advantage went to GGM.
A little Rahmanis on the team.
Yeah. Interesting fact that I just saw. If you look at all of the RCCS tournaments that were played in Florida, New York, and Chicago since the very, very beginning, there have been a total of 434 penalties. And that's a low number. 434. Mostly checking.
Checking what?
No, that's the name of the penalty.
Checking for shotness, checking for chametz. A lot of checking.
Oh, you committed a foul.
Like, what was the foul?
Looking too good on the ice.
Hey, all right.
Hey-o.
That was always my penalty.
Let me ask you a question. Is Gubin the best name out here?
I mean, it certainly works on many levels. There's a guy whose last name is a period care.
I believe.
Can you imagine what would happen if he was on Team DGM?
I could be wrong here, but I believe, and sources have told me,
It's Chris Chelios.
that is actually Ethan Schulman.
Aha.
Ethan Schulman is actually a very, very good hockey player.
Okay.
Who played in college, but was told he could only play defense.
What? You got to be kidding me.
I
He's that good.
I am 100% making this.
Don't you think
this is 100% true? This is what my sources at Charlotte Shoulders are telling me.
Similar story happened to me when I was playing. They said, Mo, whatever you do, don't touch the puck.
How'd that go?
And we won.
It's all you, bro.
So you get most of your information at Charlotte Shoulders. I get it from my kids. Mo, where do you get most of your information
It
from?
comes from Hashem.
Cheater.
Better Call Saul. Welcome back. How are you?
Great to be back. Great to be back.
How's your team doing? I'll tell you, you smell like you're winning.
We smell like we're winning because we are winning.
I also think that they just asked me to MC the award ceremony.
We're ready to take the cup back to Detroit.
You're a Detroit guy. You got a lot of grit, right?
Yes, we do.
What would be worse, losing this or how the Lions ended their season?
Too soon.
You know what's funny?
This is hard-hitting journalism that we're trying to accomplish up here.
And most importantly, we're really rooting for you, obviously, just because you're sitting with us now. But as soon as you leave, whoever replaces you will be going for their team.
When you're talking about hockey, can you explain to us, like, what's the point?
I think we can all agree that the main point, the reason we're all here, the reason everybody comes to this tournament, the reason everybody donates money to this tournament, and the reason everybody comes here and plays as hard as they do
It's impossible to find something to do with your kids.
is to beat Monarch.
Yeah.
And the fact that Monarch's not here this year is really
It
heartbreaking.
means everyone's a winner. We're all winners.
Wow.
It's raising money for RCCS,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And, I know you guys do a lot of work in doing that, and you raised over $5,600 this year. But that money
In Detroit, that's a lot of money, by the way.
It's Detroit dollars.
Buy you a nice house
Detroit
in
dollars.
Detroit, no doubt about that. But not him. He's going to do a fantastic job blowing this tournament at some point this year.
Keeping the traditions alive.
More importantly is, I think, recognizing this fellow here who is on his phone on the ice. That it seems a little dangerous.
You got kids that have these like elderly walkers.
Yeah.
I'm curious, wouldn't it be better if they had, those walkers that also have the drop-down seat so you can take a break?
Yes.
Why wouldn't they put those on there? It'd be nice to take a little break while you're skating around. You get sweaty out there. Sit down.
Or the walkers with, like, the little toilet seat.
Yeah. Oh, even better. Why even
Yeah.
take a break?
The one and only Kenny Landsman, part of Hutzler, Chicago here.
There was that very scary incident of the throat.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
We all
Why
remember
do we have
that.
to talk about this
Yeah.
every year?
We
We
do.
grow up.
I think it still hurts him to this day, by the way.
I spoke to him. That's Chips. I spoke to Chips today, and the first thing he said to me is, no injury. No injury. Exactly. No. I'm doing just
By
fine.
the way, I had an uncle when I was little who had one of those things. Scared the crap
Oh, yeah.
out of me.
Well, that's the one upside to having is it's fun to scare kids.
Yeah, I'm biased for them not getting hurt.
That's right. I like that.
Yeah, because blood on the ice doesn't come out so easily. So
Yes.
That's the only reason.
yeah,
Right.
That's the only reason.
It's a cleanliness issue.
One of the-
Do you get the EMT, paramedic, first responder discount at Lululemon?
I don't, but I have a bone to pick with Binny's.
Okay, hit me with it.
Let's go.
So Binny's has a first responder discount, and they just recently stopped giving it to paramedics.
Really?
Because you guys drink too much.
Could be.
I'm going to
They
go
were
ahead and
losing money.
There
I'm
are
going to go ahead and blame that one on Joel
No, because-
Gornstein
Well, there's like,
and the entire
Exactly.
Skokie community
by the way,
for utilizing that discount code for any bar, bat mitzvah, simcha, or just a random Tuesday that we might have.
hey, but firefighters and policemen still get it.
Okay.
Do you understand that what
So we gotta find
the
one of-
implications
gotta find
here
one of those.
of the Jewish EMT paramedic community
Yeah.
far exceeding the drinking habits of the Irish police department and fire department?
We've
You
literally
understand what's going on here?
ruined it for every EMT. There is a smell. It's much like the hockey smell, but not as bad.
It's asbestos.
Yeah.
No. I think I actually figured out it is 50% urine, 50% mold.
That's the winning combo.
That's a 100% win right there. And I think that the first question we really want to ask Suki, I'm going to ask this question on behalf of all of us.
Yeah.
The question is, why didn't you bring us to Florida?
the live stream dream team.
You do the work of the Lord, and we appreciate it.
So the truth is, I get
Oh,
all the
he's
fun.
still going.
Yeah, I'm still going.
A U.S. $260 billion. Wow, that's a lot of service. Combined. Your turn.
Speaking of consulting,
Pleasure to be here.
I got to tell you, one of my favorite things about bar mitzvahs, specifically my own kids, is looking around and every now and then seeing somebody wearing my kid's kippah. I love that.
oh, that's cool.
It's a great rep.
Oh, very
Is
cool, very
your
cool.
Kid.
That is my. That's not my kid. That's not my kid.
And Nakas and a lot of shefa, bracha, vatzlach, and everything you do.
Oh my, thank
Okay.
you very much.
And
I
if you
appreciate
come
it.
across any of those soft pretzels,
Thank you so much.
Eisencore, who sponsored these sweat rags.
They're called rally towels.
Sweat rags.
Eisencorp is a fine manufacturer of rally towels.
lineups brought to you by Michigan Auto Care. For all your auto care needs, just stop by Michigan's house.
I'll tinker. I don't know if I know how to fix it, but I'm going to tinker.
That's right. Seems like a bigger ice rink this year, Noah. What do you
Yeah,
think?
They expanded. They put more ice. We've got a very sophisticated correspondence communication setup with Mo. The way that he lets us know it's time for him to talk is he just starts talking. Well, I assume based on the diplomatic answer from Rabbi Robinson, it must be a contract renewal year for him. Interesting fact, Dael's original name was supposed to be Dale, but they misspelled it on his birth certificate, and they just decided to stick with it.
That's a very Orpa type deal right there.
That's right.
That's when the hockey does start to intensify, and teams want to win this tournament.
Which is different than last year, where it didn't look like anyone wanted to win.
Here we go. Is this a fast break or kind of a slower break?
It's a medium break.
It's a mid-sized break.
Mid-sized break. Got it.
Dale Geft
Good job, Dale. That was a great.
with the beautiful goal.
Yeah. Hit it home in the hen house. That's what we're talking about, okay? That was fries and a shake right there. And that's what you want to see out of hockey.
Yeah, he had thought about going in, but instead he went through the drive-through.
Yes, that's right.
That was efficient.
He paid double, paid for the guy behind him, and then he went ahead and took both orders. Noah, you're an athlete of sorts. What kind of preparation when you know that something is coming up, whether it's a tournament or a race or whatever it is you do, when it's coming up, what kind of mental prep but also physical prep needs to go into it?
I watch a lot of YouTube. That's where I'm going to get the majority of my training.
General YouTube or related to what you're doing?
Just general YouTube.
Got it. Okay.
Because there's no information that's not going to be valuable and useful at some time.
Okay. Right.
The physical side, I get a lot of sleep. I start 6 months before any activity, going to bed early, about 8, 9 p.m., and waking up as late as humanly possible, ignoring my kids for just long enough and then yelling at them when we're not out the door early enough in the morning.
It's like a baked potato. You don't really know when you want a baked potato.
No, no, but when you do,
But sometimes you just stick a potato in the oven because 5 hours from now you might want a baked potato.
That's right.
No truer words have ever been said.
No, I haven't heard any.
I mean, it's my favorite vegetable. Anyone who comes by and tells us what to do gets nominated and voluntold on what they're going to be spending.
Shout out to Emma's teacher for stopping by the booth while we're live broadcasting the hockey tournament. It's great to see you.
Oh, my.
She was just asking if she had turned in that homework yet.
She was literally asking that. I said, "Who's Emma?"
If you're watching Ring 2, we have no idea why. The party's on Ring 1.
We're here supporting Amusral, with Amusral.
For Amusral.
High five.
I like.
And another comment from the people who are just walking by thinking that we are the information booth. Finally, we got to hear from Mike Nissenbaum,
Oh,
who's
they
here.
do.
We always look forward to this interview.
We're
This is a good
We're
one.
going to need to turn it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn your volume up.
Mike Nissenbaum.
As we welcome him into the booth, we will push the microphone as close as possible to his mouth.
To what do you owe all this credit?
It's Mo Eisenberg, Noah Mishkin, and Daniel Rosenthal.
See, I would have thought you would have said Hashem. But okay, that works too. Damage is done, Mike.
I believe that's exactly
That's
what
okay.
he did say.
That's okay. You want to thank the three-headed monster that is here. There's no editing. It's a live stream. It's live. It's done. You said it.
The branding that you guys do is phenomenal, right? I'm in Israel last week, humble brag, and I'm walking around with my RCCS windbreaker, and the amount of people that came up to me and stopped me, number one, because it said hockey, so they assumed I was an NHL player.
But didn't they ask if you were part of the mortgage company?
More
or whatever it was?
importantly, the recognition of RCCS across the globe is really a phenomenal thing. That's
Absolutely.
a leading question.
Yeah.
There's no question.
That was a great
That's
question.
a leading question for you to talk about that.
I'm sure it was already discussed numerous times throughout the day today
It was
about
not.
RCCS.
No, this is the first time.
This is the first time. We don't even know. We thought it stood for Robert Crown Community Center.
This tournament, to me, to us up here, seems to be more competitive. Your thoughts?
To be honest, there are.
Well said.
He is
well
speechless.
said.
Riveting information.
Well said, as always.
I don't think Ohio ever.
We got to talk to our booking agent.
Yes. Okay.
Always one of the more exciting interviews.
Oh, it's just
Riveting.
Great information
Yeah.
up and
Riveting.
down.
And the way his enthusiasm
Phenomenal job.
is
Also,
always
his uncle,
contagious.
His
Contagious.
uncle-in-law.
infectious. If
His
you will.
uncle-in-law makes a phenomenal choice.
I'm excited. In general, I'm as excited as Mike Nissenbaum.
Another exciting thing equal to Moshe Nissenbaum's enthusiasm, Horn Rock Properties.
Wowzer! What a play! Don't give me the cliche line about how important the team is. You have 8 goals. The rest of your team has 0.
No.
You guys are winning every.
my
What
team
about
partner has 4
you?
goals.
What about you is so special? I don't know what the chances are of the Zamboni guy giving me a ride though.
When they're driving the Zamboni, they keep looking inside that little hatch on the top. Ask him what they're looking for. What is that hatch on the top?
Also, Daniel, get in there while he's
Live
doing
stream
it.
going. We
right on the Zam?
Yeah.
No.
All right, fair enough.
Denied.
We'll do a little walk. And smoothing the ice, it's a pretty tough process, or have you gotten pretty used to it so far?
Science. It's a science.
What's the science behind it?
Well, there's all kinds of things. You got temperature, humidity, outside temperatures, humidity, indoor, ice temperature, ice steps. There's a lot to it.
Hey, appreciate you doing a great job. Keep up the good work. I'll get off the ice for you. Thanks a lot.
That is so interesting. Outside temperature.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who
Plays
knew
with
that.
that.
Humidity also. Like, I didn't think of that. That's interesting.
Weird, wild stuff.
That is weird and wild. Coming down there?
Yeah, we were just trying to clarify. We know it's DGF. There's a conversation up in the booth. Dial, how do you pronounce the first name?
You know, it's Dael. Dael, Hebrew. But my whole life,
Pretty
I've
sure it's
basically
Dale.
called Dale.
It's for sure Dale.
So you can call me Dale.
All right, perfect. I'm going to continue to call him Dale.
Fantastic. Works
As
for
long as you
us.
say with a southern twang.
They've got some good snacks down here, actually.
Well, send them some up because no one else is bringing up snacks.
Yeah, that's the Kind Bar.
See if you can get a case of those.
Do we own these hockey pads?
Of course, why?
You own the hockey pads?
Sure. Yeah, what do you mean?
All right, we're gathering data. They did not seem confident.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Now, this is an interesting strategy. Taking shots, but no net.
What's an interesting strategy? Eating popcorn and trying to talk on the radio at the same time? Because, yeah, that is an interesting
Well, that
You know,
multitasking.
just congratulations, Daniel, on your Kansas City Chiefs winning. I'm sure it was a wonderful Super Bowl party that you didn't invite me to. Were you invited?
Nope.
There you go. So, I mean, I thought we're friends. You make it seem like we're so close, and yet at the same time, we don't get invited to your Super Bowl
If
party.
I make it seem like we're so close, I apologize. That's my fault. I will try.
And davening for us all, and Kalal Yisrael at the Kotel.
That's usually what I do. I tell people, hey, keep me in mind. Daven for me.
Yeah.
Meaning on behalf of me.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant,
No.
I'm good for the week.
Yeah, no.
Mike's there.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't listening, but I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, it's good to have a partner who's up here for the team. And not,
If you thought we were partners,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I was giving that off, that vibe.
I mean, he's telling you left and right, you're not friends.
Right.
You're just not picking up what he's putting down.
Oh, I'm picking it up. I am smelling what I'm stepping in.
Yeah.
How many years into professional hockey do you think went before they realized that having right angle corners on the rink wasn't a good idea before they rounded them out?
Architects jokes.
That's geometry. That's just math, baby.
My math was just called math.
I miss those days of having subjects that are just very broad. Right. Science.
English.
Can we get into the Zamboni talking about the science
Oh,
behind?
we thought it was very interesting.
Yeah.
That was
What
wild
was he
stuff.
talking about?
He talked about
humidity.
but also inside humidity and outside
Yeah.
humidity.
Yeah.
Both are important factors when smoothing out the ice. That was interesting.
I was thinking he was just going to say, I don't know.
I thought he was going to, get on.
I thought he was just going to say, we put water on it and it smooths it out.
First of all, I've seen hockey before, and there's always like a little kid riding the Zamboni.
Always.
Yeah, he denied you
He did
big
not
time.
want me on that. I don't know if it was due to my size.
I think it was the weight
Insurance.
distribution.
Insurance.
He was
the
worried.
weight distribution of the giant Zamboni. But that's probably a life goal of mine, is to ride a Zamboni.
Wow, you were so close there.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
You should have led with that. He may have been a little more accepting.
He was not interested in having me on there with him for any time at all. And Mo, you were talking about the original hockey puck at one point.
That's right.
And Bob Rosen was witness to it. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, when it came down to it in the original hockey puck, of course, we talked about made out of dung. And the reason for that was because it slid well on the ice, which is, I guess, a farmer's trick.
The awkward part is that did leave a trail. But that's where the term winning streak came from, actually.
That's correct. The cool thing about hockey in general is that you really don't, what we've learned is, you really don't need to know much to broadcast a hockey game. Kayla Lerman is here, and she wants to say something about her dad playing hockey. What do you have to say?
She's good.
He's good. Have you seen him play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got stats that beg to differ.
Right. When you think hockey, think RCCS.
That's their jingle.
That's going in the cut.
A lot of people know the second. You
got me?
The second verse. Why don't you go sing it? The
You got
second
me?
verse that's not often in the jingle is.
Ah,
Oh, go ahead.
Of course. Puck, 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 in the net.
RCC.
RCCS.
That's their jingle.
Hey, we're down here with the YTT boys. How's the basketball team this year?
We're too good. We're too good.
Did he say
You scored a goal, but your team lost. How does that make you feel?
It's all for a good cause.
that? Sounds like a loser
Always
to me.
next year.
There is always next year,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it doesn't usually change. We got to clear the ice because the Zamboni's coming.
I'd be happy if the Chiefs lost that.
Maybe.
All right, we're live. I'm going to go to the other because all the YTT boys are over here, so I'm going to go through that door. The YTT boys followed me over here.
And it's always bittersweet. Bitter because it's the last game. Sweet because
It's the last
it's
game.
the last game. But
We're here with the entire Levin, Agapor, Ovitsky family.
It's a great tournament and we love it.
It's a beautiful thing. And if you were to leave your wife a few weeks in a row and go on multiple different trips, what does that say about you, Deej?
I'm a loving father, a loving husband. And we're having a great time here today to change the subject.
Will you stay in the moment, Daniel? Stay in the moment.
Yeah. Well, we're going to Scottsdale this week, so what are you going to do?
Nice. When your car is broken, what do you do? Michigan Auto Care for you.
Our tagline is, we might not know how to fix it, but we're certainly not going to make it any worse.
Michigan Auto Care. Beep.
Michigan Auto Care is actually not mechanics. We're more like emotional therapy support.
Ah.
When something's wrong with your car, you come to us and we say,
It's okay.
That sounds
It's not
hard.
that bad.
That sounds hard.
We'll come in with a bit for an intro for the sound bit, so cut and go.
Huh?
This guy's giving us cues that we didn't practice.
This guy.
Now, Cats with the puck. Cats or Kates? What do we think?
I'm going with Cats because there's only one Kate.
It's probably true.
First time I ever met Levin or I let them know that they were mispronouncing their own last name.
Yeah. They know it. They admit it. Preparation is
H?
overrated.
That's it. The H stands for hockey. And how. Gordie Howe.
And how is on my list of things that my parents say that I don't. I'm confident when I say this will probably be the last hockey game I watch until next year's tournament.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one way to do it. We appreciate people taking pictures of us and blocking the rink so we can't see what's going on.
Also, it'd be great if this picture turned into a poster next year. So there'd be actually a poster of us. We are 11 minutes away from a shootout.
Wow, but yeah.
Whatever.
We are 12 minutes away from going home. One of them is going to get a puck.
We're representing Am Yisrael Chai here. We've got Am Yisrael Chai, number 18, Od Davinu Chai, number 18, and Chai 5.
High five.
Is what it's all about.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
what it's all about.
That's it.
We're the live stream dream team.
Yeah, we are.
Brought to you by Aploy.
When you got to this level of hockey, some of these guys have been playing in every tournament. Some have been playing in 11, 12, 13 tournaments. And the end of the day is they're all doing it not only to lift that cup, but for a good, great, fantastic, important cause.
To get out of their house and away from their
For an
kids.
entire day.
Pizza. Now that's what I call a taco. Mexican hat dance.
That's right.
Nothing
Nice.
says hockey like a hat dance.
A Mexican hat dance.
They put another shot on goal.
Wow. Oh,
and
wow.
we have another goal by Yitzi Landsman.
This is like when you start rolling up your talus before Alenu.
YGT boys, unfamiliar with Edward Diaz and Mr. Tommy Trumpets.
That's right. But that's okay. That is it.
That's it. They're calling it.
They're calling it. And we're proud to bring it to you live. And, they're going to hoist that trophy.
Shlomo Radner, you did it!
We did it. We did it. Detroit did it, baby. Detroit! Come on!
Okay. There you go.
You got your assistant to the captain here. What's this win mean for you?
As behalf of the live stream dream team, we're going to call it a day. We're going to call it quits. And we're going to wish you guys all the best. Until next year, for Daniel Rosenthal, Noah Michigan, I'm Moshe Eisenberg, RCCS, lifting up the cup 2024.
Boys, it's always a pleasure. Always fun hanging out. We'll do it again in Miami. We'll do it again in Philadelphia.
Yeah, we will.
We'll do it again in Chicago next year. Over $750,000 raised for RCCS. It's a beautiful thing. You can still go online and keep donating. We'll see y'all next year. Have a good night.